Updated.
Hey, I'm Bob. I've been blind since birth, and I'm into Power Rangers. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. These things help the YouTube channel. So I'm holding that box set. We're talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, episode 28. This one is The Island of Illusion, Part 1, and it aired on November 2nd in 1993. So Zach's gearing up for a dance competition in the youth center. Bulk starts to dog Zach down, and Skull's razzing him as well, and this is causing Zach to doubt whether or not he can win the dance competition. And this is going to play right into Rita's hands because she's planning on summoning Lokar, a giant ghosty head thingy, to banish the Rangers to Rita's Island of Illusion. And she's also summoning Mutitus, a giant mutant warrior thing. The wiki pages don't really give descriptions of these guys, but I don't care. I think Hasbro should make the both of them. That would be fun in the Lightning Collection. You could have a Mutitus and Lokar 2-pack. And Lokar, from what I understand, from what I've gleaned over the years, he's like a giant floating head. So you could give him a transparent display stand, maybe with some lightning effect pieces to connect to the head. I don't know if he's flame headed or what, surrounded by evil energies. I don't know. Mutitus, I think he's got a second form, so you could do some, I don't know, interchangeable limbs or a changeable head or something like that for him. Yeah, fun figures to add to the monster line in the Lightning Collection. So in the Youth Center, Bulk challenges Zach to a dance off. Bulk loses, but this doesn't help Zach to feel much better. He still thinks he's not going to win the dance competition. So he walks out of the youth center. Rita, meanwhile, she's doing some incantations. She's gathering her magic and she's summoning a massive storm. And the Rangers, they all feel it when this happens. And they know that Rita is up to something right that instant. So they vamoose out of the youth center. They're going to try to find Zach and let him know that Rita's up to something. Tommy can't leave quite yet because he's trying to help a couple of his frightened little karate students that he'd been teaching. They're very frightened by the weather phenomenon, so he's got to stay there for a few minutes. The Rangers find Zach and Goldar. He sends some putties down to wear them down for the fight to come. And they beat the putties back with no problem, but Goldar and Scorpina show up. The Rangers have to morph. They fight for a few seconds, and then here comes Mutitus stomping onto the scene. Rita's done with her incantations, and Mutitus, he's joined the battle. So the Rangers have to form the Megazord, and they're not doing so well against Mutitus, especially when Lokar breathes his breath of doom over Mutitus, causes him to transform. And Tommy, he's finally able to leave the kids with Ernie to babysit. He morphs, he summons the Dragon Zord, and things get even worse. The Dragon Zord and the Megazord, I believe, they're sprayed with toxic foam. And Rita and her minions, they're just laughing it up as Lokar teleports the Rangers to Rita's Island of Illusion in another dimension, yes. And Zordon's letting Alpha know that the only way the Rangers are going to be able to make it back home is if they manage to have confidence in themselves. And this is a place in which Rita can call forth anything at all to play into the Rangers' fears, past fears. So as they land on the island, they think they see something, and it appears to be a little guy playing a flute, I think, and they're not sure what's going on. Then they see a couple of monsters charging them. I think it's Eye Guy and Shell Shock and Pudgy Pig, and let's see, Pine Octopus, maybe Snizzard. And another problem is that the Rangers aren't able to morph. Rita has taken their morphers and their communicators, but the monsters, they vanish before they get to the Rangers. And Zach, he's just not having the greatest of days. He doesn't think he's going to be able to take this. So he heads off, but then he sees this big python and he starts yelling that it's going to bite him. And the other Rangers, they don't see anything there. Of course, this is the first of Rita's illusions. And Goldar's face shows up in the sky. I remember a friend describing this scene to me when we were around 11 and watching this for the first time. And Goldar starts laughing and he says, you guys aren't going to be able to stop Rita's plan this time. And nothing's real here except the danger. And Zack starts to fade away because he's doubting himself, and I guess the doubt plays into whether or not a ranger is able to stay corporeal on the island. So things aren't looking too good, and Goldar, he's laughing maniacally as the episode ends with a "to be continued." Well, it doesn't say it audibly, but I guess those words show up on screen. So that'll do for part 1 of Island of Illusion. Next time, we're going to be talking about part 2, which is episode 29, so be here for that. In the meantime, well, dance your best. That's all I got for the admonition. I don't know. Yes, dance your best. And I'll hear you guys in the next video.